Yeah, so I've been operating in the oil and gas for 14 years now. Um, Running wells, compressor sites, pump jacks is what I do. And the last couple of years it's slowed down. And in August, no, September, they let two of my buddies go from work. And a week later, they let me go. So it was hard because deep inside I wanted to freak out on them and lose it. But then there was an outside, oh, how would you say it? Just I was super calm and had a super peace about it. And I'm like, this does not feel right. Like I shouldn't be feeling this way. It's just, but I did. I was calm. We parted ways. Called Nikki. She was butchering pigs in Barhead that day. And I'm like, I got some news. I just got let go. And she kind of started to panic, and she had to go because they were butchering pigs. So yeah, it was hard. And even when I got home, I don't know, it was a battle of wanting to lose control and get angry and mad, but I couldn't. I physically could not. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. It was like a blanket of calmness, or yeah. Being a provider, a lot of your identity is wrapped up in providing for your family. Like, you have control over that. Well, when you get told thanks for your services, see you later, it's just like your carpet just yanked right out from underneath your feet, and you either freak out or you say, okay, God, guess I'm not driving now. You have to. I was off for 6 weeks, thankfully, because being self-employed, you don't have a severance package, or, I mean, I should have savings, but I don't, because it just doesn't work that way. And so we were able to thankfully make it through the 6 weeks before I got another job. But in that 6 weeks, I guess it was a searching and learning time to say, okay, where am I supposed to be? What am I supposed to be doing? And I had the mornings after the kids went to school just to dig into the Bible reading program that Dallas has, and the daily Bible reading on my phone. And I was doing some Bible studies there too. They were separate, and there was the one common theme was basically everything will be okay. God has control. I don't need to drive it. It was just, I don't know, I always said I would read Nikki this, kind of laugh and chuckle. I'm like, coincidence? I think not. Like, it was too many things just falling into place or presenting themselves, whether it was through a Bible study or even just the daily verse on the phone, or what friends had to say, or it was just, everything was lining itself up that not once through the 6 weeks was I ever, like, and I should have been freaking out. Like, I wasn't making money. You got to make money to live, fortunately or unfortunately. I got offered, it was a temporary gig, a 3-month contract for Pengrowth, just at Carson Creek there, which was a blessing. And that was, I was there, it turned into 4 months, and the boss wanted to hire me on there, but they were going through some transition periods, and Calgary wouldn't let them. So I'm like, well, my contract's up March 1st. Like, what are you thinking? Like, I need to know what to do. He's like, I hate to say this, but I would start putting out resumes. And so in between September when I got laid off and up until this point, which was 3 weeks ago, I guess now, just praying, like, I need to know where I need to be. Like, yes, I want to be here, but is that where I'm supposed to be? For me, I don't feel called to missions, or to me, my mission is, and God's kind of showed me this more, and maybe that's part of the reason why this all happened, was I needed to smarten up and be more of a light at work. I wanted to be, and to influence, or at least show guys that I'm different, and then for them to ask questions. Because guys in the oil field, they don't like to be preached at, because they've been there, they've done it, they know. But if they see something different, then they'll come to you. So I went home. That was a Tuesday night. Went home. I was cranky, because literally 3 weeks and I could be out of a job again. So I went home. Me and Nikki were talking about it, and I'm like, okay. I said, I need a neon sign, like flashing, like saying, okay, this is what I need to do, because the pen growth was awesome. Like, the guys were awesome. We got along great. So part of me wanted to stay there and ride it out and see what happened. But the responsible side of me saying, okay, in 3 weeks, I'm not making money. I got a mortgage to pay, family to feed. So I'm like, I need a neon sign from God saying, like, this is what you need to do. Wednesday morning, 10 o'clock, a buddy texted me, hey, what's your job situation? He's like, yeah, my boss, because I sent his boss a resume in September. He's like, my boss wants to know if you're still looking for a job. So I called him up, and that was a Wednesday. I went for a job interview on Friday, and they hired me on Wednesday of the next week. So, and I joked to Nikki, I guess the only thing I could complain about was that the text wasn't neon. Like, so, and yeah, I just finished my first shift with them yesterday. Yeah, and it's a full-time gig. Like, it's gonna be good. Like, probably the best job I've had so far in the oil field. Work environment wise, work wise, opportunity wise. Like, basically pouting. If you want to put it in. Yeah. Basically just pouting and feeling sorry for yourself, right? Like, and then I have some worship music that I don't know. I think I have like 2 days worth of worship music, and you just click it on and go work in the shop. I was finishing my garage at the time, so I just, like, through the whole time, and it would be just short periods of time, because I knew that it was going to work out for the best. Like, God somehow instilled it somewhere deep in there that I got this. Like, you don't have to worry, just trust me, which is hard when you're a guy. I'm thankful for God for instilling that seed of hope and reassurance that everything's going to be okay, because if I didn't have that, that would be 100 times harder to deal with. Like, I don't know how people deal with that kind of stuff if they don't have that kind of hope. Like, so that's, and then just family, like my family, Nikki, the brother-in-law, he's got a lot of wisdom in God, which is nice. So it's balance things off of him, and so I'm just, as much as I don't want to say it, I am thankful for the learning experience.
I can't hear you, it doesn't mean you've left me. Your presence muted teaches me to have faith. What have I to lose if all I have have I to give that wasn't given? I know that you have set me free. Freedom's never free. King of glory, have your way in me. Have your way